So here we are. Here we are. I just realized that there is a definite split happening in our perception of reality and our sovereignty. I live here in Canada, and a lot of people these days are like waving Canadian flags, and even Tim Hortons, which is like a donut shop, is like creating a lot of nationalism. The only reason I don't really go there, but one time I had to go stop and get some gas and pee, and I went to the Tim Hortons, and because I've been boycotting these massive industrial businesses since I was 12 years old. Now, I do admit that I've been a few times in my life, so it's not 100% boycott, but let's say it's a 98% boycott. Because I put pieces of information together, I decode things and I connect the dots. And for a long time, I've known about how deep the rabbit hole goes and how these so-called corporations do not have humanity's best interest at heart. And to perpetuate that conversation as if you choose one or the other, the left or the right, the blue or the red, all of this duality is a mass psychosis. And it creates incredible distortions in our economies, which is household management, the way we manage our resources on this planet. So if we're not counting in the health issues, the happiness, the light, as in sunshine, that we're not able to get on a regular basis because of certain agendas. Now, I'm a very peaceful, loving person. I'm a mother. I care for my animals. I care for myself. I love myself. Therefore, I am able to love and care for others. Some people can only care for themselves because that's just the way they're wired. And other people are not even fully people at this stage. When you hear about some of the things, and that too, I've known about it, but now it's out in the open. And whatever they are, whether they're true reptilians or they're only connected to their reptilian brain, which is disconnected from their hearts, these are not people that we should tolerate in our reality. Because if you tolerate that, then good luck. Good luck. Because you think you're free, you're not free. You're not free until we're all free. This is the truth. We all share the same air, the same water. There's no separation. All of those separations were created by colonial patriarchy and genocide and raping and taking. And it's been thousands of years like this on this planet. And some of us are saying, fuck off. You're not going to just keep destroying our health and our children's future. And the fierce mothers, the tiger ladies like me, because I'm a tiger, I don't know if you know this story, but Louise Hay, who's a very well-known publisher, she had to create her own publishing company because nobody would publish her books. That's how fierce she was and how intelligent she was. Well, she told a story once about being a tiger lady, and the female tigers are very scary to the status quo, to the patriarchy and communism and these controlling authoritarian structures. In China, when I don't know which years this was, but she talked about the fact that there was femicide where they just killed them all. All the female born tiger babies were taken out because they were afraid of them. And so if you're afraid of me, good. I'm glad you're afraid of me. Most people are, especially men that are not connected to their hearts, men that are ruthless, narcissistic, egotistical, and only in it for themselves. I've known a few in my life, and I didn't really fully understand, but they're just subjects of the program, of the system. Okay? So forgive them, for they know not what they do. I stay in my heart. I send love to everyone to say, I'm so sorry that you're confused about your life. And, if you read sacred texts and Gnostic texts and even the Bible, even, all these ancient traditions, it's about oneness, unity, consciousness, and first of all, love for your own creator essence, and then you can also be in the world with that sovereignty and that beautiful coherence. So I need to speak because I was so afraid to speak for such a long time in my life. I always felt like if I said something, it was not very well accepted. So I learned to be quiet for a very long time, and to fear public speaking was just such a fear. I did Toastmasters in university. I continued to practice in front of the mirror sometimes, or just, as if I'm talking to people. And then now I've been practicing this. I did thought leader training because I wanted to be coherent and I didn't want to stutter. I didn't want to be afraid. So it's been a long time. That's why I do these videos too, is because I feel like there's more and more people waking up, or they're already awakened and we're looking for each other because we're like, what the fuck is this? Like, am I going to just accept and keep paying taxes and keep obeying and keep, yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm selling everything and I'm out of here. And so called agents, like in the Matrix, once you know you're Neo, you're the one, they can't touch you. So remember that. You're here to be the superhero of your own movie. And they cannot take out a sovereign soul. We are eternal. We remember. And we're taking it back. Bye-bye.